This is Tiny's Week 5 drills. So I think this is a really nice front cross. I think you do a good job of dog side toe and sending to the green jump. 2, 3. And then getting downstream for this. Now here, so what happens, I think what happens with all dogs. All dogs have to go through this phase where they have obstacle focus and handler focus, right? So for a dog, obstacle focus means looking on their line, going where they got to go. Handler focus means they're looking more at you. And there's always a little bit of both going on. I think when you do your cross, and she comes around, she switches to a much stronger handler focus. And then what happens is so she's focused on you. She kind of doesn't see that jump, or not in time anyway. And then when she readjusts to her path, to her obstacle focus, at that point you're already saying tunnel, tunnel. And so she moves in with you and goes this. Maybe she sees the blue jump, but by then you're already saying tunnel. And so she just, goes into the tunnel. I don't really think it's a handling issue. I think the way that you handled this cross was pretty darn good. I think it's more of just a training, more experience, and exposure from Tiny's part. So I think it's pretty good. Nothing that I would get excited about, and I think it'll kind of fix itself, which I know it does. So you do a little bit stronger reconnection there after she takes that jump, and she nails it. So here, very similar. We go into our blind, and then do our reconnection after the blind to support that jump. I think that is great. Now it looks like we go into it a little bit sooner. Good. So your turn off of that second jump, it's never going to be amazing, or I'll say it's never going to be as good as it's pretty tight. I think, and now these reps that you're doing here, I think they're all great. I want to give you stronger feedback and more critique, but I think you're doing a great job. So this is back to the penguin drill that I mentioned with Mabin. Hopefully you've watched the Mabin feedback first. I talk about that more. So you do get this rear cross, and you do a nice job of showing decel, planting your feet, sending her, getting commitment, and then driving your line. All of that is fabulous. I would still recommend doing the penguin drills with Tiny. Keep your hands at your side and just do just exactly like this, but keep your hands at your side. You can also do fronts and blinds, everything with it. By keeping your hands at your sides, just to really, it will force you to focus on rotating your shoulders. Because while you get this rear cross, like this time with Tiny, I think it will make your rear crosses a little bit stronger and kind of force you to be a little bit more clear with your upper body language rather than just swinging your arms. Then when we actually do add our arms, the arms will just be a bonus for the dog. And that is your best turn right there, with your reverse spin, Yako Ketchker. Very nice job on that, and I would get used to them because I think you're going to be using them a lot more with Tiny. I don't think that you're going to really need them or want to use them that much with Maven, because with Maven, you're going to want to keep her in pure extension at all times. Whereas Tiny, you're going to want to use those reverse spins more frequently, at least a lot more than Maven. And this is a good example of one where you might want to do it. A reverse spin and you get it really well. And if you notice, that is when you got the best turn from Tiny, and that does not surprise me. And you will generally get better turns in a situation like this, um, where she is anticipating going this way. If that's what she's anticipating, by using that reverse spin, you'll get a better turn by turning into her rather than just rotating this way. All right. Awesome job. Really, really awesome job.